You're welcome to this edition of the Power Circuit. It is a program that the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) painstakingly brings to you to always inform you about the power sector activities. I am Amara Agogoisi and I'll be taking you along in this edition. First, let's have the headlines. From the Minister's desk, you will hear that more power transmission capacity has been added to the Okene substation and 4 others with new transformers. The transmission mandate features TCN's installation of electric relays protection panels at Osogbo substation. Right in the interview segment, we'll be concluding a session with the project manager, the French Development Agency AFD Project Implementation Unit of TCN, Engineer Zuera Mohamed Abba. She will speak on the Northern Corridor project and what it signifies on the national grid when the project is delivered. Zuera will also highlight the steps TCN takes to address environmental issues for project implementation. Kindly come along with us on this edition. Power supply, they say, is the heart of development. Nigeria is at a stage where key investments are being made in the power sector value chain to improve electricity supply for development. With this in mind, the FGN Power Company, in collaboration with the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN), have raised power transmission capacity with a new 60 MVA transformer at the Okene substation in Kogi State.
The brand new 60 MVA power transformer, which was commissioned by the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, is part of the critical equipment delivered by Siemens Energy under the ongoing implementation of Presidential Power Initiative, to which an accelerated performance agreement was signed late in December 2023.
This commissioning demonstrates the determination of the administration of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to make epileptic power supply a thing of the past in Nigeria. I was in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, on November 24, 2023, that was last year, as a representative of Mr. President, and one major message that I delivered on his behalf at that event was the priority that his administration places on improving and stabilizing electricity supply in all parts of Nigeria. We all listened to the opening speech of Mr. President for the year, where he unequivocally prioritized electricity as a critical sector that he actually planned to use to drive his renewed hope agenda. Without electricity, it's almost impossible for any other sector to function optimally.
The minister further highlighted the intervention of President Bola Tinubu's administration for the power sector.
These commissionings mark a significant stride in the revitalization of the power sector, representing a decisive action that will profoundly influence our industrial, social, and commercial landscape as a nation. Our intention as a responsible and responsive government is to provide 24-hour electricity for Nigerians. So we should all be vigilant and we should jealously protect this asset that belongs to all of us.
Speaking, the managing director of the FGN Power Company, Mr. Kenny Anue, said apart from the addition in the Okene substation, there are delivered projects in 4 other transmission substations.
Today is notable in the history and in the journey of our young but consequential mandate of the FGN Power Company and of course the Presidential Power Initiative. We'll be commissioning in parallel 4 other sites, which include Amukwe in Delta State, Potiskum in Yobe State, Apo in Abuja, and Ihovo in Edo State. We'll be collectively boosting the willing capacity of TCN by up to 300 and about 272 megawatts for onward delivery to electricity customers.
He further lauded the initiative, believing it will significantly resolve the power sector challenges when all the deliverables are completed. In his remarks, the Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider at TCN, Engineer Oluwagbenga Ajiboye, the intervention of the PPI through the FGM Power Company is remarkable.
To make sure there is light everywhere in the Federation. Based on this, another purpose vehicle was created, which is FG Power Co, to be able to assist in the transformation capacity of TCN. And this is becoming fruitful with the myriad of activities being going on and the commissioning being done. We give kudos to the federal government. This particular station, Okene, is a unique one indeed. And it was identified by both the TCN and FG Power Co for the transformation reinforcement.
Engineer Ajiboye also noted the significant increase in the capacity of the TCN substation in Okene.
As this station is standing, I will call on all people involved to prevail, even if they are here, that is Abuja Disco, to radiate more feeder here. We have the capacity now to give more power because of the reinforcement that has been done.
As part of ongoing efforts to upgrade Nigeria's electricity transmission capacity, the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) has replaced the old electromechanical relays and protection panels with new electric panels on all 6 lines at the 330, 132, 33 kilovolts Oshobo transmission substation in Osun State. Here is the report.
A principal manager, transmission at the Oshobo sub-region of TCN, Engineer Samuel Alade, said it was a milestone record for TCN in upgrading the relays and protection panels to world-class standard.
We are glad to say that this is part of the TCN concept of the transmission expansion project. Here, the line of thought of TCN management is to replace the old electromechanical protection and control panels with a well-enhanced and a new numerical protection and control panels.
The new panels are well-enhanced state-of-art equipment that would not only protect equipment and personnel, but also dispatch energy more effectively.
The essence of this is to ensure system reliability, that we have equipment that are equipped to the teeth to respond to the recent and the current system demands. So which, by way of extension, we're saying that this will facilitate easier operation for our operating engineers on duty, and at the same time proper monitoring of our system measurements per time, and at the same time we will be able to monitor and protect our lines through which energy are being wheeled from one location to the other.
It is not just at the control room, but the technology has been extended to cover power transformers and other equipment at the TCN Oshobo transmission substation.
This is equally extended to some of our major power system equipment. For instance, our power transformers. In this particular instance, the particular one we are working on happens to be the 2SGB TR1, which happens to be a 90 MVA 330/132/13.8 kV transformer. It's a power transformer. So that's the panel we are working on presently, replacing it from the old arrangement to a very new and a well-enhanced arrangement.
The key thing is that this upgrade exercise was done by TCN engineers who have built capacity over time on the arrangements.
It will look back to the engineers working, you will see them transferring the whole arrangement into a new system we have before us. Apart from the earlier stipulated SGBT R1 90 NTA transformer that we are currently working on, we have had other 6 330 kV circuits, namely Oshogbo Ihobo 330 kV line. The protection and control panel have been replaced, and I'm happy to inform you that these panels have been put to use and we have no regret having them replaced. Similarly, Oshogbo Ikeja West 330 kV circuit has equally been replaced and is in force as we speak, and no regret. We are happy to say our in-house engineer have done a good job in transforming this job and delivering this job. We have Oshogbo Ayede 330 kV circuit that has been done and dusted and has been put to use. Similarly, Oshogbo Jeba line 1, Oshogbo Jeba line 2, Oshogbo Gomon 330 kV circuits, all have been done and dusted. So we sincerely appreciate this good effort of the TCN management in helping us to upgrade this Oshogbo 330 kV substation under Oshogbo sub-region.
The management of TCN is keen in ensuring that all its equipment and facilities are protected at any given time while they deliver at optimum capacity.
So our duty is to ensure adequate protection for this transformer. This new panel we have right behind me here is a very good example of the efforts of TCN management in ensuring that our power transformers are adequately protected. These ones, they have the ability of operating within milliseconds, and that means faults can be cleared, the equipment can be protected, personnel can be protected, energy can be wheeled. There will be economic dispatch of energy without any loss, without any time, without any meaningful downtime at any given time. So I think it's a welcome development, and we hope that this will be replicated in more places for the upliftment of this nation and our great organization, Transmission Company of Nigeria.
Watch out for more of these innovative actions as TCN is determined to continue to show its commitment to the realization of its strategic plan geared towards evolving a robust transmission network. Let's catch up with the interview segments after this break.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, transmits bulk electricity from power generating companies, GenCos, distribution load centers of distribution companies, DISCOs, nationwide. At TCN, we transport bulk electricity at very high voltage to DISCOs, who now off-take it and distributes it directly to electricity customers nationwide. TCN does not generate electricity. We transport the quantum of power generated to distribution load centers. TCN does not distribute electricity directly to electricity consumers. Our job stops where that of the DISCOs begin. TCN consists of 2 distinct business units: the Transmission Service Provider, TSP, and Independent System Operation, ISO. ISO comprises System Operation, SO, and Market Operation, MO. Each business unit performs specialized functions under the TCN umbrella. TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
You're welcome to the interview segment of the Power Circuits. The project manager, the French Development Agency, AFD Project Implementation Unit of TCN, Engineer Zuwera Mohamed Abba, gives specifics about the Northern Corridor Transmission Project and what it signifies on the national grid when it is delivered. She's also speaking about how the company addresses environmental issues for project implementation. The AFD is also implementing the Northern Corridor Transmission Project. What should Nigerians expect with these projects?
This Northern Corridor is also to connect The first mega solar power plant we are going to have in Nigeria, situated at Gwiwa, which is in Jigawa State. So that is the second leg of the transmission line, and then the substation is going to connect this gigantic project through the Northern Corridor Transmission Project, which is the line from Katsina going through Daura with a 330 kV substation, and then to Jogana, also a 330 kV substation. And that Gwiwa solar plant is a 1,000 megawatt solar plant, which is going to be taken in phases. But that project is actually not under our own purview. It is being handled by the Ministry of Power. As to the question of when it was conceived, the project is one of the transmission expansion projects that was conceived as far back as 2017-18, but it has not yet, the implementation as we speak has not started, because we're just about to launch the bidding documents. But I assure you the concept, we have about 7 states in the northwest that are being embedded under this Northern Corridor project, because we have from Niger State, we have Kebbi State, we have Sokoto, we have Katsina, we have Kano, and we have Jigawa. So all those, at the end of the day, this is actually meant to strengthen the grid on that axis of the country, and also to interconnect all those IPPs that are coming from that part, one of which I told you is the solar power plant, and also to interconnect the Nigerian grid to the West African power pool, that's the Niger leg of the North Core project. So definitely we'll improve, we'll expect improvement of the electricity supply in that axis, and also the economic viability of transmission of the Company of Nigeria is also expected at the completion of these projects, particularly with the interconnection of that international line. Once you are able to strengthen one part of the grid, of course you should expect some balance. So definitely it is meant for grid stability, and also it will bring some grid reliability as well.
How does TCN address environmental concerns and regulatory checks for its projects under the AFD units?
The issue of environmental problems with regards to any greenfield project, of course, cannot be emphasized. We all know, particularly when you are constructing a transmission line. But based on the lessons learned under the Abuja feeding scheme, we've seen a lot of the issues that ordinarily could have been averted, but we came through them, and by the grace of God we were able to overcome them. So all those problems that we met on the Abuja feeding scheme, we ensured that up to this moment we have been able to avert. So first of all, when we got the feasibility study, which was done as 2018, up to this moment, definitely you should expect some maybe developments or some other activities along the line that was originally acquired. But so we ensured that we tried to revisit that right of way, and then there were some pockets of pockets of encumbrances that we met again within those 3 years. So we're able to divert. We made sure we diverted all those encumbered areas again on the transmission right-of-way. That is one of the key mitigating factors that we've taken in place. And then the second one is to ensure that the payment is being done to the right people that were originally enumerated and then at the right time. And then the third point is to ensure we work within the time limit of the project, because if we come across any delay along the line during implementation, sometimes this is also what causes some of these issues, and maybe making some people to come back on the right of way while the project has not even been completed. So we'll try as much as possible to work within the time limit of the contract.
The Northern Corridor Transmission Project is to create more interfaces for power evacuation in northern Nigeria. I hope you had a good time watching the project manager, the French Development Agency, AFD Project Implementation Unit of TCN, Engineer Zuwera Mohammed Abba, as she spoke about the project and how TCN addresses environmental issues for project implementation. Thank you for being with us right through this edition. From the Minister's desk, you heard that the federal government commissions transformers at Okene Transmission Substation and 4 others. On the transmission mandate, we told you that TCN has installed electric relays and protection panels at Oshobo Substation. In the interview segment, the project manager, the French Development Agency, AFD Project Implementation Unit of TCN, Engineer Zuwera Mohammed Abba, spoke about the Northern Corridor Transmission Project and what it signifies on the national grid when it is delivered. She also spoke about how TCN addresses environmental issues for project implementation. Join us next week on this same station for another edition of The Power Circuit. This episode and the previous are available on our YouTube channel. If you haven't connected with TCN on social media platforms, then it's time to do that. Kindly subscribe to the TCN YouTube channel, TCN_Nigeria. We implore you to support TCN on Facebook as you like the page Transmission Company of Nigeria. You can also follow TCN on X, formerly Twitter, via @TCN_Nigeria. Experience TCN and its activities on Instagram as you click TCN_Nigeria. You can also send your observations and comments by email to affairs.public@tcn.org.ng. For more information about the company's activities, go to the interactive website www.tcn.org.ng. There is also an information site www.tcnnews.ng where TCN keeps you informed as it supports in guarding against vandalism of transmission lines, towers and substations in your locality. The management is committed to sustain its bulk power evacuation for national development. I am Amara Agogesi. We thank you for your support always.